Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Now this is another news video. We'll be talking about some big topics today. Sir Jim's potential new 90,000 stadium inside Ineos, but we discuss probably more of that in a later video as that article's just come out and there'll be more info to come out about that. We'll be talking Luke Shaw injury, Kylian Mbappe, his exit, and what the rumours to Manchester United have already started. We'll be talking about probably Elise. Actually, wait, let me, so, we'll be talking about Luke Shaw, as I said, Elise, Mbappe, more latest on Dan Ashworth, and yeah, we'll be giving you the latest news, so let's get straight into it. Luke Shaw, I mean, Erik ten Hag conducted his pre-match press conference, and we'll be doing the preview for the Luton game very shortly. But this is not the preview, this is the news. So it's coming in from Erik ten Hag. Obviously, we knew that he took off Luke Shaw as a precaution in the game against Aston Villa. And we could see the change immediately what happened when Luke Shaw came off. He's one of the key integral parts of Manchester United. And when we lost him in that second 45, we looked really, really short at the back. Obviously, Luke Shaw's got another injury. It's looking increasingly unlikely that he will be available for the game against Luton, which is a huge issue for Manchester United. Luton have got some great players, and they do cause a problem for a lot of teams. The quality that they show, they're physical. Yes, obviously Lindelof playing at left back. He's not a natural left back, so that's probably why I found it difficult to play there. And I think he got torn to shreds. I think Leon Bailey absolutely done him in. And he found it really, really tough to excel. And that's something that we need to see change. I think it was probably a poor tactical decision by Unai Emery to take him off. But Lindelof just did not look comfortable there at all. I mean, he looked really shite. If I'm being honest, he didn't look composed at all. The quality that he's shown was really poor. And yeah, as I said, just didn't look comfortable. He got absolutely destroyed. And that leads me to the point, Luke Shaw is integral to Manchester United, and the fact that there's an injury concern again is quite concerning. I mean, we expect a lot from Luke Shaw, and he's got quite a few injuries over the past few years and past few months as well. So hopefully he's not out for too long, but it's still a precaution. He might actually be available, which is a huge boost. I think having a left footer, Maguire's talked about, having that left footer on that side is really important to Ten Hag's build-up. I think his relationship with Rashford, his ability to put a cross in the box as well is fantastic. So it is really difficult. But yeah, let's move on. Let's talk about Sir Jim. Now, as I said, there was an article coming out just recently about Sir Jim, about 90,000 new Old Trafford, coming in from Mike Keegan in the Daily Mirror. Now, Sir Jim wants to truly revolutionise, and we're seeing his ambition day in, day out. Day in, day out. I think the potential that he's shown already and the ambition is definitely up there and is really, really thoughtful. I think I've gave you my thoughts on a new 90,000 stadium. I don't think it'd be a good idea for Manchester United. I think the best thing if you want to increase the capacity is probably add more seats in at Old Trafford in the current stadium. Now we've seen Sir Jim talk about his ambition to get a 90,000 stadium, the ability to have the biggest stadium, or the chance to have the biggest stadium in the UK. Obviously, Wembley sits at 90,000, which is the biggest. He wants to expand and get Old Trafford to that level, which is truly available. And I think Manchester United fans will fill that out. 90,000 fans is a lot, but Manchester United worldwide, the global, they have over billions of fans, millions of fans, and I'm sure they sell that out. But yeah, let's see what progresses with that. I think that'd be a good idea. Maybe adding another 15,000 seats to Old Trafford, maybe a good idea for Sir Jim to do. Now let's move on. The Wilcox situation. Manchester United have reportedly been interested in designing ex-Manchester City academy officer in Wilcox. I think his name's James. I'm going to say James anyway. He's someone who's been a key figure for Manchester City, resigning. I think he resigned from them. Worked at Southampton, and Dan Ashworth and Sir Jim, even though he's not even started, are looking to get him in already. He's been integral in developing players such as Foden, Sancho, McAtee, some big players, Wilson, Esperand. There's some of the top of the names that I can think of. He's been integral in developing these sort of players. And he is a great understudy. I think he'll be able to work. Now, Dan Ashworth, when he comes in, which we'll have some updates on that, will come in and look to work with other people like a Wilcox, like a Omar Barada. And Omar Barada and Wilcox did have a really good relationship at Manchester City. And that's a key figure that obviously he wants to bring in. So there's going to be loads of names chucked out that Manchester United will bring in. But it's looking so far that the three that Manchester United have will be Daniel Ashworth, Wilcox, James Wilcox, I believe, Omar Barada, and they're looking for maybe one or two more appointments. And they wanted to start immediately, which leads me on perfectly to Dan Ashworth. Now, as I talked about in the video earlier, Manchester United will need to pay a key or a high compensation fee to get in Dan Ashworth, and that's something Manchester United are desperately considering to do. So Jim's ambition to get him in is shown, and he is doing everything he can. He's trying to lure him away from Newcastle, and entice him with the Manchester United project, and the project that he's been working on. It allows him to work massively with the likes of Erik ten Hag and the people around him in order to get Manchester United to the top level. Now, Ten Hag talked about it, and he said he's happy with the integration that Sir Jim is bringing in. And how could you not? I mean, he's trying to bring in some of the top class people who've been in the big clubs over the years and made some great signings. And I talked about Dan Ashworth signings in the video earlier, so go check that out. But it is really fascinating to see what he does, and he looks like a great CEO. Now, there are 3-4 players. We need a whole network at Manchester United who each have their different qualities, and that's something Manchester United are desperate to bring in. So, really happy with that. Now, let's move on. I think that finally, just to touch, I think that board situation is looking really positive for Manchester United, and we've had some really poor people at the top of the board at Manchester United who have really not been put the club in their best of interest. And certainly Dan Ashworth, Omar Barada, all these players, people at the top will be looking to do so. So, yeah, hopefully the future is looking really bright for Manchester United. We're acting quick, and that's something that Manchester United have never been able to do. And that shows that Sir Jim is trying to take control. Now, the next thing I wanted to talk about is Kylian Mbappe. Now, I didn't want to talk about it towards the start of the video because doesn't really have much relevancy. It has a bit of relevancy to Manchester United now. Obviously, it's been announced that PSG and Mbappe will be parting ways at the end of the summer. He will become a free agent, and it's looking increasingly likely that he'll probably join Real Madrid. I mean, the rumours have started that Mbappe will be joining Manchester United. Now, that deal probably look off the cards. I mean, I think, yes, if the option of Mbappe came in, you would not say no. But that's probably the era that our new regime is trying to move away to, not signing the best. You want the best in class, but not signing the obvious players who are the best. You're going to cost you a lot of money and may not work out. Yes, Mbappe is probably going to work out. He's a fantastic player, but I just don't think he'll suit Manchester United. I think the amount of money that he's going to be on, the pressure that he brings, he's destined to go to Real Madrid. I think free agent, the club's suited for him. He's dreamed about going to Real Madrid. So I think the move for him to Manchester United is probably off the cards. And that's probably easily going to be dismissed. He'll probably get done to Real Madrid very soon. And finally, let's talk about Michael Olise now. There's been some further news on him. Manchester United are he's an option by Ineos, and someone who they massively considered. Now, I did a video on Olise yesterday. I think Olise is a great player, don't get me wrong. Now, if you bring in Olise or Neto or any other winger, you're going to have to get rid of one. And Manchester United are going to lose out on a lot of money, whether that's Anthony, Sancho, Rashford's been rumoured to go to PSG. So someone will have to go. And if that someone is probably going to be Sancho or Anthony, maybe even both. So, yeah, I think that's what will happen. I think you get Olise for 40-45 million. And I think he will be a great winger to have. But, yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Peace.